Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this thoroughly to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day. Since the US crude oil inventories increased last week, the Energy Information Department said in its weekly report on Wednesday, the EIA data showed that the crude inventories rose by 1.26 million barrels in the week to February 1st, 2019. That was compared to the forecast for a stockpile build of 2.18 billion barrels after a gain of 0.92 million barrels in the previous week. So here I find the announcement of this bullish inventory looks to encourage oil bulls to move inside this breakout zone, and I find, friends, these are some zones which I have defined for the movements of along with some resistance and support levels. So here you can see that since December 26, 2018, we have seen the WTI crude oil futures to move upward after touching the lowest levels of $42. We have seen a good recovery, and in the WTI crude oil futures, here you can see that the WTI crude oil futures are moving good reversal till the level of $55.32. Friends, this is a daily chart of WTI crude oil futures. Since February 1st, 2019, we have seen some resistance at the level of $55.32, and we have seen that some selling pressure was there since February 1st, 2019. But one important thing is that today we can see a good reversal in WTI crude oil futures since the announcement of inventory in favor of bulls. Stockpiles build-up is more or less than the expected levels of 2.18 billion barrels. So this is my uptrend zone in a daily chart where I find the futures are likely to sustain during the upcoming trading sessions once we find some developments on the front of US-China trade relations. So this is my uptrend zone. This is my breakout zone. This one you can see here in sky blue color. This will be my bullish zone where I find the WTI crude oil futures will find a good support from crude bulls. Here you can see that the 20 days exponential moving average is trying to cross the 20 days moving average along with the other moving averages. All the moving averages indicate the sustenance of a bullish trend since the inventories have favored the crude bulls this week, and I find that here you can see that the WTI crude oil futures have taken a good recovery. Let me zoom it for you. Here we can see that the WTI crude oil futures have taken a good buying in a daily chart, which has resulted in formation of a bullish hammer in a daily chart, and I find that the formation of this bullish hammer is evident enough to break immediate resistance of $55.32 in a short while during this week. Once we sustain amid this breakout zone for a while, or I will say if we see the WTI crude oil futures to enter once again inside this uptrend zone, we will find the trading patterns amid this zone. Our upper resistance will be at $58.58, and on the lower side we will find a good support at the level of $54. Friends, I find that we will see a good recovery in WTI crude oil futures during the upcoming week. Let us see the movements of WTI crude oil futures in an hourly chart. Here you can see that on announcement of crude inventory, WTI crude oil futures take a sharp, steep reversal from the levels of $53. We have seen a good buying in WTI crude oil futures, and WTI crude oil futures are trying to enter into the breakout zone. Here you can see that buying is still going on in WTI crude oil futures, and here you can see that the 20 days exponential moving average has come above the 20 days exponential moving average, and both of them have turned upward, which indicates the continuation of an upward move. Once the WTI Crude Oil futures enter in this breakout zone successfully and make a sustainable move above the level of $54 till the weekly closing, we will find a good upward move above the level of $56.56 before weekly closing. So here you can see that the WTI Crude Oil futures have started to enter in this breakout zone. In an hourly chart, it is clearly visible that the crude bulls are trying to enter in this breakout zone, and soon we will see a sustainable move inside this zone. No doubt on every step we will find some selling pressure on every upward move, but I find the overall trend will remain in favor of bulls. So friends, let us see these movements in a 15-minute chart once again to take a clear view how the WTI Crude Oil futures are behaving after the announcement of inventory. Here you can see that after touching the level of $54.24, some selling pressure is there because the 200 days moving average is currently at the level of $54.13, which is providing stiff resistance to WTI Crude Oil futures in a 15-minute time frame, and I find that the current momentum of WTI Crude Oil futures looks too strong, which may result in a breakout above the level of $54.54 in a short while. Once we sustain above the level of $54.54, we will see a sharp upward move up to the level of $56.56. No doubt that we will find a stiff resistance at this uptrend line on every upward move. So friends, be ready for an action in WTI Crude Oil futures. My second resistance level in a 15-minute time frame will be at the level of $55.55, where we will find some selling pressure on WTI Crude Oil futures. I find this formation is evident enough to break the 200 days moving average resistance, which is their immediate target, and second resistance level will be here at the level of $54.54 before heading towards the third resistance level of $55.55. On the lower side, I find that the levels of $53.53 will provide a good support to WTI Crude Oil futures. So friends, be ready for an action in WTI Crude Oil futures. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.